Welcome all to today's offline class on Public Corporation for Administrative Law. This is Dr. K. Sangeeta. First, we will see the definition. Public corporation means a company whose shares are publicly traded and are usually held by large numbers from 100 to 1000 of shareholders. Under British term, public limited company. Here, where a government-owned company such as airlines and a public transit company or a corporation created to perform a government function or to operate under government control, such as municipal water company, hospitals, etc. Benefits. Corporation's liability for damages or deaths is limited to its assets, so the shareholders and the officers are protected from personal claim unless they commit fraud. Tax advantages, especially in states where there is no corporates. Now we will see the meaning. A public corporation is a corporation body created by special act of the parliament. Such act defines the power, duty, privileges, the pattern of management of these organizations. Such as organization is a statutory body to serve the general public. The public corporation is clothed with the power of the government but possessed with flexibility and initiative. A public corporation enjoys complete autonomy in its management. When you see the features, it is a corporate body created by a special act in the state. It enjoys the status of legal entity and as such it can enter into contract of its own name. It is completely owned by the government and as such no private individuals are entitled to purchase the shares of these organizations. A public corporation is managed by the board of directors. The member of the board are all walks of industries and commerce. The chairman of these corporations are appointed by the government. The entire capital is financed by the government. It was set up with the capital of its own use and reuse revenue from the sale of goods. A public corporation is primarily meant to render service and making profit in the secondary consideration. The employees of the corporation are subjected to service conditions laid down by the corporation. Civil service rules of the government do not apply to the employees of the corporation. Advantage. A public corporation is able to manage its affairs with the independence, initiative because it is an autonomous setup. It is relatively free to adapt to changing circumstances because of its autonomy nature. It maintains continuous existence in spite of changes in the government. It leads to high morale among the executives and other employees because of the least government interference. It can utilize the service of competent persons because it has its own cadres of employees. The board of directors consists of experts from business, labor and consumers, so as the board of directors can be better advice for the operation of the corporation. Since the public corporations are accountable to the parliament, they are intended to render maximum service to the public instead of maximum profit. Disadvantages. The management structure in a public corporation is usually decentralized, so therefore the managers are in the most cases not the business owners. Since they are managers, they may not be motivated towards the company's goal or vision of the entrepreneur that created the business. Taking the companies public is very expensive due to legal fees, meeting up with the demand of the government agencies and regulatory bodies, and also to the cost of undertaking the initial public officer, which is the IPO, which adds to the burden. When you take your company public, you may have to serve three bodies. You will now have to serve your customer, the government and the agency or regulatory bodies and the investors. This might be too cumbersome or stressful for some entrepreneurs to handle. Public corporations are subjected to more legal restrictions than other type of entities. When you take a company public, your company becomes subjected to stiff accounting rules and principles. When you form a public corporation, your business affairs and financial statement cannot be kept in secret any longer. It must be published in the public at large. Public corporations are subjected to heavy corporate tax. They pay both federal as well as state tax. Public corporations are also subjected to double taxation. They are taxed based on the earnings and the share of the shareholders and are taxed based on their dividends. When you see the difference between a public corporation and a private corporation, a public corporation is developed by investors under the sanction of the Security Exchange Commission, and the private corporation is a business established by a person with no public offering to join as investors. Transferability of shares. There is no restriction on the transfer of share in a case of public company, whereas a private company by its article must restrict the right of members to transfer the share. When you see the number of directors, the public company must have at least 3 directors, whereas the private company may have 2 directors. Statutory meeting. A public company must hold a statutory meeting and file with the register a statutory report, but a private company there is no such obligation. Statutory meeting. A public company must hold a statutory meeting and file and register the statutory report, but in a private company there is no such obligation. Restriction on an appointment of director. A director of a public company shall file with the register a consent to act as such. He shall sign the memorandum and enter into contract for the qualification shares. He cannot vote or take part in the discussion on the contract in which he is interested. 2/3 of the direction of the public company must retire by rotation. These restrictions do not apply to private company. Managerial remuneration. Total managerial remuneration in the case of public company cannot exceed 11% of the net profit, but in case of the inadequacy of the profit, a minimum of 50,000 can be paid. These restrictions do not apply to private company. Further, if issue of capital, a public company proposing issue of capital or shares must offer them to the existing member. A private company is free to allot new issues to outsiders. A private company has to use the word private limited at the end of its name, but a public company has to use only the word limited at the end of its name. Thank you.